Morning, guys. Monday, February 10th, 2025. So in the mail came my pinstriping. Got two things. So there's two 40-foot rolls, and then it comes with those pieces. It's a double pinstripe. So it's one small, one large, and I'm going to lay it on the. You can see. Going to lay that right on that blue line where it meets the white all the way around. Then maybe those little things will go on the front. Been splitting up a lot of wood for the fire here. I haven't actually lit it today, and I also got a couple of barrels of wood I've still got to split. But once I get those next two barrels split of wood, that pinstripe, the thicker line will lay right on here, and then there'll be a smaller line, so you'll see a little white between the red. That's how that's going to work out. So 2001 Chevrolet, I was plowing snow, and check engine light came on. So I got it here up underneath the tent, as you can see, and I started looking, and I was thinking about pulling the spark plugs, and then I noticed that the engine coolant temperature sensor was broken. The plastic piece was broken right off, and I guess that would be a good reason why. This is all corroded. The terminals are all corroded. So I installed a new sensor. Wasn't easy, man. I gotta tell you, it was a pain in the butt. The little piece of tab that sticks out from the exhaust manifold gasket was giving me a hell of a time. I had to bend it back, and then couldn't get the wrench in there, so I had to use an open-end wrench. So I'm putting this back together now. I'm going to clean up the connection, plug connection, the pins, and I reinstall the rubber gasket. I clean that up, made sure that the gasket is good. So this could be why I was getting a 300 code and it was running rich every once in a while. Damn sure could, because it would have, when you unplug that, it thinks it's like minus 30 degrees out. So any added resistance would definitely make it think it's colder than it is. But the only codes I've been getting is that 300. It's weird. I got that O2 sensor code one time, and I changed it. I also changed the E-jar valve, and that was leaking. Tuned it up. It needed tuning up. So I really haven't spent any money. Fortunately, I don't drive this every day. If this was my daily commuter and I was going to work back in the day like I was, I probably would have been a little quicker to just throw more parts on it. But since I'm retired, I have the time to try to diagnose it, a little easier. Yeah, I got to get that wood split up. And then I'll be ahead enough to get started on working on the pinstriping. It's literally been decades since I've done pinstriping. I know you clean everything with alcohol where you're going to lay the pinstripe. You let it dry. Then you go back over it with a clean, dry rag. And then you're ready to apply your stripes. You want to make sure they've been in a place where it's warm. You don't want them to be cold because they'll be brittle. You don't want them to stretch either. You just want them to be pliable. So I know all that about putting them on. I just don't know if I'm... I don't know, man. I think they call it dexterity. I don't have the ability to be doing things with fine detail like I used to. And it's not a patience issue. It's a confidence issue. That's the thing, Good golly, Miss Molly, my brain's going to hell. See what's going on here, Rusty, Rhode Island, guys. The van truck is going to be back on the agenda as soon as this one's out of here. Oh yeah, I still got to do something with this frame too, my plow frame. The bolts underneath. See this? Look. The front bolts. I had some spacers between them and it looks like they broke or something. So I got to put a couple of new bolts in there too. That's something else I got to do. I noticed when I was plowing snow, the frame seemed like it was moving. Alright guys. You can see I got my hands full here. Gonna get this sensor finished up. I gotta cut those old bolts out and throw some new ones in there with some new spacers. And be ready to rock and roll for another plow. Another storm. I was watching Frank plow his driveway, looking at all the snow they got. We got a measly 3 inches and I'm complaining. Look at four bastards up in Canada and stuff. Craig Hanlon, man, he's living in an igloo. Out from Rest of Rhode Island, guys. Talk at you later.